So let's start with family and life and your background. I mean, someone who plants churches and loves the word, you're immediately interesting to all of us that are listening here on these two radio stations this morning. Tell us a little bit about that journey.
Yeah, I mean, God captured my heart as a young girl at 12, and he went on quite a journey of wilderness and rebellion, and then he got hold of us in our early 20s, and that was the catalyst to walking big strides in realizing that God is with us. And so, I've been married for 21 years and have 4 beautiful children.
Amazing.
And many of my children were prophecies from God. So it was partnering with God in that. And 2.5 years ago, we moved to Cape Town from Joburg, West Rand of Joburg. And we started Encourage Church. For many years leading up to that, we were obviously in preparation. But we started the church, and the church is going well.
And that's a big thing. To move is one thing, to move your family all the way to the other side of the country. At least you came to a nice place. But church planting, I mean, that is a serious, big step of faith that you have to take.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't think that I don't think we could take those kind of steps without being assured that it was God's plan and just knowing that he's with us, because it's just not something, I think, for the faint-hearted. Church planting has been a beautiful journey, but so hard at the same time. So, we've grown. Yeah. You know, you think, wow, God, I've got this picture in my head of what you're going to be doing, and then you realize he's going to work. He's grown us so much as he grows the church, It happens simultaneously. So
that's a massive responsibility. And you're also someone who's been in business leadership. Is that sort of the life before full-time church planting?
No, they've run simultaneously.
Ah.
Yes, and we still actually have a business. Our business recently has done a little bit of a transition. Because we wanted to make ourselves more available for the church space. So we've gone from being a training and development center. We trained in security officers in learnerships for many years, and that was predominantly in Joburg. But when we moved, we've kind of just catapulted into the funding model. So now we just connect training centers with funding that is available, and we are just the go-to, the in-between.
I see. So with the I always want to say Christian women in business, which isn't incorrect, but it's confident women in business, which is a space for Christian women to come together. When you got the call to say, would you like to come and speak? What was your initial thought to know, wow, I'm going to be here sharing something special to all of these women?
I think it's not a surprise. It's a culmination of the Lord doing and leading me in a direction, the same direction for many years. So not a surprise. And I'm very excited about sharing with the ladies. Yeah. Sometimes you feel like, oh, what have I got to give? And then I realize, actually, Lord, you have prepared me and you've done such a deep work and such a journey in the area of business and ministry, and stepping into big things that God has called me into that I feel are much bigger than me.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to share my journey, my wisdom, and what God's done.
So have you given some thought specifically just to the ladies who are saying, what topics are you going to cover? What kind of, is it going to be inspirational? Is it going to be, so for those who are wondering what time in your company is going to be all about on the 7th of November?
Yes, I've titled the message Upward Dreaming, and really I want to talk about how God has journeyed with me in dreaming with him, and dreaming with God from his perspective is really very different. And so I want to be true to what God has done, and that's very much a place of the prophetic, really.
Yeah.
God telling me, okay, this is where we're going, my girl, and this is what we're going to do to get you there. So the friendship, the relationship, the prophetic aspect of how God has been in my life to get me to this point, I want to share that.
Wow.
And I think dreaming with God is never what we think it is going to be. It kind of reminds me of motherhood. When you speak to first-time mothers, once they've birthed the baby and they have time with your child, you think nobody prepared me for this. And it's not what I expected. And dreaming with God is somewhat the same. You know, the plan of God is almost like a roller coaster ride, I'd say. There's highs and lows. But to understand that it's about who's with you. And I think that's, you know, it's kind of taking us from slavery to friendship with God. And that slavery is God, give me the map. But friendship is God, the fact that you're with me makes all the difference in the world. And so I want to talk about that.
Yeah. I was just thinking while you were talking how often, and this is about business, this expos for women in business, but there are people who do business without a relationship with God, and they're doing life without a relationship with God. So there's always just your own hopes and dreams and your own strength, and we end so quickly. We become so tired and so disillusioned and so hopeless so quickly. But here we're having women coming together who all have hope and who have a relationship with God. I mean, this is a life of adventure that you have now. It's the unknown in many instances because it's purely done, it's a faith journey, but at least there's hope and purpose and you're not alone. I mean, this is what makes something like this expo so phenomenal is it's let's do business, but we're doing it with God.
Exactly. And I think like I've had wilderness periods where I've chosen not to partner with the Lord. And even in death, even in losing somebody out of a relationship with God and then losing somebody in a relationship with God, death, it looks so different. And the confidence in ourselves means that we come to the end of ourselves. Yeah. But confidence in Him and knowing, okay, I'm assured that no matter what, Lord, even if you take me through the toughest stuff, you're going to do something good. You're going to bring something good out of it. And so that's like, I'm thinking of even like the first time God called me to preach. I mean, up until that point, He had prepared me for it for many years because we'd been in adult learning. And so when he told me I was going to be preaching, I remember being petrified, like absolutely having no confidence that I'd be okay. Yeah. And on the Monday when I started preparing, I was going to be preaching on the Sunday. And on the Monday, I had a dream in the evening. And in the dream, a guy came to me, kind of faceless man, and he said, Nicolene, can we have some coffee? And so he sat down with me and he said to me, what are you busy with? And can we chat? How are you doing? And so I said in the dream, this is how I'm doing. And he said, Nicolene, can you hear your heartbeat on my tongue? And for me, that was like gave me the confidence.
My goodness.
Yeah, that the Lord was meeting me in that place of, Lord, I'm not enough. And how do I even know that what I'm preparing is what's on your heart? And just like that, He came and, you know, I'm not saying I wasn't afraid anymore, but there was a different confidence. Yeah. You've called me to this. I've got you. You're on my side. And this is going to look different because you're with me. And so that it's that.
A God life. I mean, that's the adventure. We have so many guys and girls that share space with us. You're talking about adventure with God, and boy, is it ever. But it builds our faith. We come out on the other side better people for it, having changed the world and impacted it for the better because of allowing God's influence in our lives and through us. For sure.
Absolutely.
I just want to touch as a lady in business, and now we're talking about 7th of November for the Confident Women in Business Expo, the importance of getting together from a business perspective. One almost wants to say, yes, you know, we can network and chat and that's important. But for women of faith to get together in the business space, I mean, that seems like a vital thing to do.
Absolutely. And I think, God has made us an interdependent people. Like our whole journey is to learn dependence on Him and then on each other. And so there's something about the plan of God and coming under His hand when we come together. And I think like great faith inspires great dreams, but great dreams requires great faith. And there's something when we get together and there's a power, there's a refreshing, and there's a plan of God that happens. And so I'm very excited. I mean, I heard many years ago, one of our pastors said, the only thing that helps you to break the ceiling in your life is to be, he says it's the books you read and the people you meet. And that exposure breaks the ceiling. Wow. And so I think for Christian women, confident women in business, we're breaking the ceiling. And we're coming together, not just with meeting with the Lord and encountering Him, but also with each other. And there is moments that then ignite each other and we inspire each other. And there's a fanning into flame that happens when we're together. And that's why I think it's such a good and important place in business to start with faith and to start with faithful people believing in a faithful God.
I mean, now we just got to make sure we got enough tickets for all the women who want to come. Because if that's not a reason to come and get together on the 7th of November, then I don't know what is. Now, we're not only introducing you to Nicolene, who's going to be speaking on the 7th, but also we've got some tickets to give away. So what I want to share with you this morning is that we've got 5 tickets to give away to the day. That's the 7th of November in Stellenbosch, and it starts at 9 in the morning until 2 in the afternoon. Now, you come and you can network and you can enjoy some of the refreshments and all of that, and you can enjoy Nicolene and what she's going to be sharing, and she's already given you a bit of a sneak peek into what's on her heart for the day and what's on the heart of God for the ladies there. So that ticket is going to cost you 200 Rand, right? That's just a ticket to visit the expo and to be part of it. If, of course, you want to come through and you want to be an exhibitor, well, there's another cost involved there as well. We heard that last time when we chatted to Sarita. And you can find out more by going to confidentwomeninbusiness.co.za. So Confident Women, that's an E-N, right? Womeninbusiness.co.za. You'll get all of the details on the day. And you'll be able to find out what it costs, and you can pay to be able to be an exhibitor. If you want to have lunch, you can pre-order lunch, and that's an extra cost, and all those details are on the website. But we've got 5 of these admission tickets, the value of 200 Rand each, to give away. So I want to do that very quickly. So all we need from you, if you want to be there on the day, the 7th of November in Stellenbosch, from 9 in the morning till 2 in the afternoon, and I think you're going to be speaking around 11 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
Yeah, so around 11 o'clock, you can be sure to catch Nicolene. All you need to do is get on the WhatsApp lines, either of Radio K Pulpit or Radio D, so 95.9 FM. Get on the WhatsApp line and just simply send me, this is for the ladies, gents, you just need to send CWIB. That's Confident Women in Business. Okay, that's what that stands for. CWIB. You need to send me a WhatsApp that starts with CWIB and then your name and your surname and where you're from. And we'll fix you up with the first 5 people to send through those WhatsApps. Those WhatsApp line numbers, if you're listening from Radio K Pulpit, you know that number, 081-729-1657. 081-729-1657. Vir ons Radio Diesel luisteraars 082-042-7784. To start it off with CWIB and your name and your surname. And we'll make sure to get the first 5 messaging listeners tickets to the day. Anything else you're particularly looking forward to about the conference, apart from the opportunity to speak? Something you're looking forward to?
Really looking forward to just getting to know more ladies, and just looking forward to what God wants to impart. And I'm really excited about what He wants to do, and trusting that He's really going to ignite hearts, and wherever we are on the journey with Him, that we'll be able to see clearly what He's saying and what He's doing, and be able to just take hands with Him again and connect with His heart to go further.
That's beautiful. That's the voice of Nicolene du Plessis. She's the guest speaker at the CWIB, the Confident Women in Business Expo. That's happening on Friday, 7th of November at Cultivar Guest Lodge in Stellenbosch. Now, I had a chat with somebody the other day. We were just at a I guess it was a local charity meeting. We were chatting, and she said to me, "You know what? I'm really struggling to find a church where I can really be at home." So I thought, I think there might be many people who are asking that exact same question. So what if there's somebody in the southern suburbs that is asking that question? I really need to find a nice church where I can be plugged into. Please tell us again the name of your church and where it's at.
So our church is Encourage Church, and we meet in Golden Grove Primary in Rondebosch. It's in Stewart Road, off Kromboom turnoff. And yes, we would love to have you come and visit us.
So there you go. We thought we'd at least give Nicolene the opportunity to remind you where they've come all the way to plant a beautiful church in the southern suburbs. And if you're someone that's saying, we're just struggling to find a church where we really feel at home, who knows? Maybe Encourage Church is your place. Nicolene, thanks for your time this morning. Great having you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, and all the best for the 7th. Enjoy your time with all the ladies. And I know that they're going to enjoy their time with you. So thanks so much for that.
Thank you so much.
It's absolutely a pleasure. And we're